What's up, everybody? It's the MMA Forecast, and today we're reviewing UFC 320 Ankalaev versus Pereira. First, I'll do a whole checkup of all the prelims as I watched the entire card, so I kind of know what happened on each fight. We'll touch on Patchy Mix and some other fighters, and Atibet Gautier's setup murder. We'll talk about that. And then for the main card, I'll be going through my picks I had last card, who I thought was going to win, method of victory. And then I'll be matchmaking for the winners, and then for the co-main and main event, I'll be matchmaking for both, the loser and the winner. So first, let's go through the entire card here, starting at Veronica Cardi versus Brogdon Walker. Minus 700. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention to this fight. I think I was making nachos at this point, so, yeah, Veronica Cardi by decision. Could have guessed that. That was like minus 350 or something for that to happen, so not much survive. Brahmas, look, this guy's nuts. Beat Vanderford, submission. Vanderford did not look very good. Paige Van Zandt in this corner. I should have knew that, not to pick him, but things happen. Got that. So I had like a parlay with Vanderford and Basharat both by decision, and that didn't work out. Prelims, I usually do 2-leg parlays. Usually like 10 minutes before the fight. Not much goes into it. I kind of just look at the odds or look at Guru or anybody else on Twitter or anything. Try to tail them or who I think is gonna win. And yeah, it didn't work out. And then this Chase Hahn versus Santos. Santos won, upset victory. Soriano versus Nikola Vertinetgov, or I don't know, bro. Kazakhstan. Soriano wrestled him, won. Edmesh Balzian. Muniz looked actually pretty good at the start. And then Edmund found that chin. Muniz has 0 chin. Just got chinned and KO'd. Patchy Mix went out absolutely sick against Jakub Wichlacz. Jesus, man. Patchy. Let's look at some rounds here. I mean, Patchy Mix is just not good at fighting. It's pretty clear now. I watched him in Bellator. Bellator. I definitely watched a couple fights. Thought he was good. Flying knee, roofing on Stotts. Looked good. Strike, I don't know. It's just weird. He came to UFC with some aura. He was talking shit. He's like, I'm one to fight Morales. I sparred him and shit. And then he gets destroyed by Bautista. Not destroyed, but like easy 30-27. Fights an up-and-comer in Wichlacz. His wrestling, which I thought he was one of the best wrestlers. He gets out-wrestled, reversed. He had no cardio in the second round. He was like dead tired. His stand-up looked horrible. He's not good at all. I don't know who he fights next, but he needs a W very badly. Tough things for Patchy. One more L and he's probably gone. Somewhere in Russia, probably. Santos, Xu Sang Yun was emoting, then got caught, KO'd. Don't like guys who are emoting. If you're not clearly winning the fight, you can't emote. Like, if you're just dodging punches, you can't emote. You gotta be tagging the guy up. Gauthier versus Tristan Vines. Tristan Vines took my game plan if I were to fight a UFC fighter. Just run around the octagon. I like that of him, then he shot a takedown, and that's where things got ugly. Gauthier just pulls him off him and just chins him. This is too easy for Gauthier. He's an absolute freak specimen. He looks like he's like 215 in there. Like, he looks fucking huge. I need to see this guy fight an actual fighter, though, next. Like a top 25 guy. Top 25 guy, I think, is the next play for Gauthier. Moving on to the main card, Abus Magomedov versus Joey Pyfer. I think it was a pretty even fight, and then Pyfer just shot the takedown. Good for him to using his takedowns. He's actually a very good grappler, very powerful. And then got him in the Abus in the, I think it was the arm triangle, and just his squeeze is outrageous, so just finished him that way. Performance of the night, Joey Pyfe, good for him. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Salal. Zalal made this look very... Oh, no, I got a match make for Joey Pife. Joey Pifer, giving him Marvin Vettori. I think that's a good step up. Only one spot, but Marvin just lost to Brandon Allen. Good fight. Marvin needs to get back on track too, so I think that's a great fight for two guys. Vettori versus Pifer. That's a good main card opener, or main card second fight into the main card. I think that's a good scrap or co-main of a fight night. That's something I would put it on. Zalal, the verbal tap of Josh Emmett made it look very easy. Imagine training a whole training camp and then just getting tapped in minute 30. That would suck. That's MMA. Zalal by submission. I had him by decision, so that's unfortunate. Did not think he's that big of a finisher, but prove me wrong. He is in the featherweight division. Let's check out the featherweight rankings here. So he is... Oh, he's 7. He's 7. He moved up past Ortega. Him versus Arnold Allen would be a scrap. I think that's a sick next move. Arnold Allen hasn't fought in forever. I'm not sure if he's hurt. He must be hurt. I think Zalal versus Allen would be a sick fight. It's sketchy entering this top kind of 5 because I'm not sure what exactly they're going to do. I think Murphy's going to fight for the belt, but I'm not too sure. I think Zalal versus Allen would be a very fun, sick fight. Very fun. I think that should be pay-per-view London opener. I think would be a sick fighter, or it could be future fight too on a weaker pay-per-view. Moving on to Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree. What a fight! What an absolute banger! Yuri looked absolutely horrible in the first 2 rounds. Khalil looked really good, incredibly fast. Yuri, he looks awkward, but he looked even more awkward. He was slipping. He was doing some crazy shit. Thank God his chin is absolutely nuts. And just 8 shots and just didn't even look phased. He was laughing, getting punched in the face. And then round 3 was probably the most insane round I've ever seen. What a comeback from Yuri. I thought he was dead. I was there's no chance he's coming back and win. Even though he's done this a few times, I was he looks so bad. There's no way he comes back and wins. Yuri comes in and just walks him down. Roundtree's cardio was fading, but I also thought he was I've hit this guy with my best shots. I can't phase him at all. And Yuri's I'm just going to walk you down. You can hit me with whatever. I'm just going to finish you. And he walks him down, hits him with a devastating left hook. Puts him out, head first, on the ground. And I was screaming. That was an insane fight. I was absolutely screaming at home. That was insane. What a warrior Yuri is. I just was thinking what's next for Yuri. I just don't know what's next for him exactly. He's already been KO'd by Alex 3 times. Or twice now. I think it'd be a 3rd time if they fought again. So I think if what I want Alex to do next, I think it's going to correlate what happens with Yuri. I think it's going to give away what I think about Ankalaev doing next. But I think Yuri versus Olberg for the interim title. I think that's what you do next. That's a sick fight. Yuri deserves a title shot, but against Alex, Alex looks so good in the main event that I would be incredibly surprised if he didn't KO Yuri. Yuri's just you can't take a shot from Pereira with your hands down like he does. Pereira's already proved that. So I think Yuri versus Olberg next. That's my next pick. I'll talk more about Alex when I get to the fight. Moving on. I had Yuri by KO too, so finally going right. Let's get him in. Merab versus Corey Sandhagen. This was a good scrap, man. Round 1, I was this is exactly how you fight Merab. This is how you beat Merab. stuff his takedown, land some shots. But this happens every fight. He always drops the first round. Round two, almost finished Corey. Could you imagine if he KO'd Corey? Imagine if he flatlined Corey. How insane that'd be. Almost TKO'd Corey. But Merab he's just too good. 8 takedowns too. 73 strikes, 4 takedowns. Yeah, pretty easy decision there. I don't know who the hell is beating Merab. I don't know who is beating Merab. I'm not too surprised. I thought it'd be decided Merab by decision, so little win streak here. Let's get it. But Merab he's that good. Minus 380. I don't know who he fights next. I'll do the winner and loser. Let's look at Merab first. I think there's not many options. Umar is booked against Bautista. Cheeto's fighting. Who's Cheeto fighting this weekend or next weekend? Sahabi, I think. Is he fighting Sahabi? I think he's fighting Sahabi. He is booked. I think it has to be. Figueredo's fighting this weekend. Can't be Song. I think it has to be Peter. If they want to fight in December, it has to be Peter. If they're willing to give Merab the fourth fight in 2025 in December, it has to be Peter. I don't know who else would be. If it's next year, it could maybe be Umar if he looks impressive versus Bautista. But I'm not too sure. It could. I think it is Peter next for Merab. And I think Merab just beats him. Like, I don't know. Merab is just so physically big and strong that, like, Peter is, like, what is he, 5'6"? He's, like, even though Merab, he's not the same build as Merab. Merab is, like, his neck is thick as fuck. His upper body's thick. His legs are thick. Peter's just not that physically strong. So, like, I think Merab just, like, throws him around, ragdolls him. Obviously, Peter's better striker, but Merab is wrestling, his control is just, like, it's too dominant right now. So I think if they fight, I think Merab wins by decision. Just lock that up. Put that in the sportsbook now. Moving on to Corey, who I think Corey fights next. Took a little bit of damage. He's definitely gonna need some time off. He took like 50, 70 shots in that third round. It's kind of hard to matchmake for Corey next. I think Sean's actually fighting Song Yadong next. But I don't mind if they fight soon, like December. Maybe the winner of that fights Corey. I think that would be the most. I think that makes the most sense. Even though Song's fought Corey before, I think it's. I don't know. This is really hard to matchmake for him. I actually don't know what to do here. Okay, I need to confirm who is Cheeto fighting next. He's fighting Zahabi. Yeah, okay, I wasn't wrong. Oh, okay. I don't know who to matchmake. I think it's the winner of Song Yadong and O'Malley. And I hope it's O'Malley because that'd be the fresh matchup in division. Clearly, fighter fights for the belt. I think if Sean O'Malley gets 2 wins, 2 impressive wins, he's gonna get the belt. He's gonna get that title shot again. So yeah, that's what I think for Corey. Moving on to the main event, and I got this one so wrong. I had Ankalaev by I think I had late TKO. Just not a good bet looking back at that. Alex just came in, was incredibly aggressive. The first 10 seconds, I know MMA Guru talked about this, but the first 10 seconds, he came out so aggressive, and I was like, oh my god, he's going to kill this guy. He was just so aggressive. He looked huge. Ankalaev didn't have anything. He didn't really throw anything back. He just kind of backed up on the fence. Alex throws this massive overhand right. Shocks Ankalaev turtles into a ball on the ground and just eats countless elbows, punches, and just kind of gives up there. So, not what I was expecting from Ankalaev. He didn't really fight back or move on the ground. I was surprised he didn't try to get up on a knee or something. He just laid there. So yeah, very weird kind of And I get Alex is like insanely good, but a minute 20 into a fight, you just like crawl up in the ball. And he wasn't like out cold or anything. Like he got shocked, obviously, but he could have like got up at least or tried to make an effort to get out, but he didn't. Got finished by Alex. So this is I think Alex Pereira. I think you got to move him up to heavyweight now. You got to move him up to heavyweight. That was the biggest fight you could have got at light heavy. Him versus Olberg, just meh. Like, does anybody really care about that? I think you move him up. He's already, what is he, 232? 232, walks around. He could bulk up to easily 240. That's like a decent sized heavyweight. I was thinking about him versus Jones. What did Jones weigh in last fight? What do you weigh in against Stipe? 237. So the weight would actually be very close. See if Jones weighs in at 240. And Pereira weighs in at he could easily weigh in at 242. They could be like very close in weight, which would be very cool to see. I think it's that, or you got the three. That's like my second option, but if you got to give him the chance to get 3 different belts in 3 different divisions, like you got to give him that chance. Especially if Tom beats Cyril in this month, it's clear to do that. There's nobody else intriguing in the division. Like, you got to do that next. That's a super fight. That's White House material. Alex Pereira versus Tommy Aspinall for 3 championships. 2 insanely powerful guys. Insane KO power. Not much fight time. It's a massive fight. It's an absolute huge fight. I think that's next. If he wants to fight Jones, it's still a sick fight. But I think getting the chance at 3 titles on the White House, I think that makes the most sense. Let's move on to Alex Pereira. Magmok Ankalaev. Who's he going to fight next? Trying to match him up with someone he hasn't fought before. Have they fought Olberg? I think, if matchmaking Olberg and Yuri, then that's gone. Roundtree lost. He's going to need a lot of time off. Yuri. The only thing that makes sense is Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz. They fought before the rematch. Jan's good. He's tricky. He barely beat Pereira. Or Pereira barely beat him. I think it's Ankalaev versus Jan makes the most sense. With everything else already booked up. Okay, that's all I had in this. That was a good card. The main card was insane. That Yuri fight was absolute bananas. Give me your thoughts, comments. Who do you guys want to think? Who do you guys want to see Alex fight next? Same as Merab. Who do you guys think? Leave your comments, like, subscribe, and thank you guys. See you later.